So we gonna move on to the next. Um, oh, I'm gonna save that one. That's gonna be one of the last ones. So to get into that, so next we're gonna talk about situationships and do they work in 2020? So I have had my experience of having two situationships. Um, they were amazing. I'll let you know that now. Um, they started out as I'm gonna keep it a band. They would, she hit me when she wanted it. I hit her when I wanted it. So they were basically sex appointments. But what they turned into uh, was an intimate bond. When I look back with these two women, and these were two separate times, I shared a lot of information with them, and it went vice versa. So the reason, and they kind of lasted, a little bit close to a year. So the reason why they didn't work is because there was something about each woman that prevented me from mentally wanting to take the next step. Um, and they had to grow from that. And so currently where they were at that stage in their life, they weren't willing to grow from that. So that stunted the growth of me pursuing more. So I can just definitely say I cared a lot about them. You know, I mean, we're still good friends, but that time in my life doesn't exist anymore with them. That door has been closed. Um, but definitely situations can work. I think one of the biggest things that goes overlooked as far as when it comes to situationships is transparency. I think that goes both ways in actually a committed relationship as well as a situationship. Being 100% honest, like when you're just getting to know somebody, there shouldn't be a reason why you would have to lie. There's never a time to lie. Like it's never okay to lie. If someone asks, I would definitely say is don't ask too many questions that can be reversed back to you that you're not comfortable with answering. So ask certain questions that okay, if this come back to me, I can give this same answer. But transparency is something that is very underrated and not thought about a lot right now in 2020 when it comes to relationships in general. But definitely in situationship, that's a big factor because now you're saying you're building a level of trust with this person that you're sharing a lot of who you are, your personal experiences with. And if I can say, okay, I really trust this person, with this knowledge that I'm giving them, and they're not gonna stab me in the back if things go wrong. Like you've developed this high level of respect for this person. That's when situationships can actually work. Um, been at the same time. So what is a situation? When you say, well, what is a situation? Okay, a situationship is basically when you're in whatever your preference is are together. As in y'all going on dates, y'all going over each other's house. Y'all are a couple when y'all are in those moments. When I tell you, all right, I'm gonna talk to you later, and I go my separate way, you go your separate way, we are single again. I can go and talk to whoever I want to. Not if that again, this has to be you have to be transparent when you're doing this. And generally, this is when I was going through my whole phase. Every woman that I talked to, they knew I had other women, and I was at the gate with it. So they respected me on that level of I was upfront with what it was I had going on. I've never had any situations of drama in my life where I had a woman slashing my tires, spraying no paint on my car, busting no windows. I have had a stalker, but it was not from those reasons of not being honest. It was just she got hooked. On what? I have no idea. Cause, anyways, um, so again, that goes back to transparency. So it's not anything that they like when if something came up, it wasn't something that was brand new news to them. Like they knew what it was up front. So, some women were able to, withstand, what it was. Some of them couldn't. And I respected that. And we always had open line of communication. And one thing I always tell any woman that enters my life, like, look, I'm not going to force anything on you that you're not comfortable with. You dig what I'm saying? So at any time where you're feeling some type of way, just communicate that with me. I try to, my hardest to be very understanding. You get what I'm saying? And if things are not working out for you, I can't hold you. I'm definitely not going to beg you. You dig what I'm saying? But at the same time, I want you to be happy. At the end of the day, that's all that I care about is your happiness. You know what I mean? But again, with the situationships, they knew what it was. So when I started to develop these situationships, I had, of course, to cut down on the level of, women that I was engaging with because, to be honest, it is just exhausting. Because you basically, in a sense, have a main, and then you have these sides who are basically just time fillers. I'm bored, let's chill. I'm bored, let's go see a movie. Because your main has something else going on. You dig what I'm saying? So, whole phases, oh my gosh, they're exhausting. It ain't that much coochie in the world. But yeah, so, they definitely can work, but it starts with honesty and building a level of trust. So, we're gonna move into cheating, the big C word. I don't know why people cheat. I've never cheated on a woman. I've never had a reason to. If the shit wasn't working, then we have a conversation. We come up with a plan, we execute, and we either figure this shit out and continue moving forward, or we figure this shit out and I'll see you at another time. But at no point is cheating okay. Like, you have habitual cheaters. You have people who are contemplating cheating on a continuous basis in a committed relationship. So this is my thing. Everyone has intuition. You have that gut feeling. You're like, man, this shit is not finna work. I don't know why I'm wasting my time. Whenever you hit that moment where that light bulb goes off with that's when it's time to have the conversation of what are we doing? And is this relationship even plausible at this moment? Is it mendable? If it then hits a resounding no, then you move forward. But at no point, and some people I look at them, whoever it is, I view you as a coward to have taken the coward way out. Because I feel like hurting someone intentionally for your own selfish benefits, which is to end the relationship because you no longer want to be there, is one of the most selfish acts that I could think of. Open your damn mouth. If you're feeling a certain way about the relationship, just say something. You're saying, oh, I don't want to hurt them, but then you go out and cheat on them for them to find out to end up getting hurt anyways. So now, where's your logic? How does that make sense? It doesn't. So just go ahead and bite the first bullet. You're too busy trying to save face and maintain a reputation because you feel like if you can go and do this and you don't get caught, you're protecting that person. bullshit. It's a coward move. It's fucking childish. Or like, then your mom used to say, use your words. Use your words. Talk. Have conversations. Like, we grown ass people out here. The audience that I might be speaking to should be anywhere in their 20s to, maybe their 60s. But we still have this same issue no matter the generation. Open y'all damn mouths. Talk. We don't talk enough in relationships. That's one of the number one reasons why divorce is happening, because motherfuckers are not talking. Y'all everybody want to fucking assume shit. Excuse my language. Let me tone it down a little bit. Everybody wants to assume. Nobody wants to actually get the details. Ask questions. Talk. Oh, I'm finna just watch. That's fine. When you start noticing something, now it's time to bring it to their attention. Because you could be completely wrong. You might have some of it is right, but you don't have everything. So now it's, let's be adults about this. You get what I'm saying? That's the only way we're going to actually start having more successful relationships. We got to open that line of communication. If every time your woman comes to you about something and you immediately shut it down, how do you expect for her to, be able to tell you something that's hurting her? So then if she does take the coward out and go and cheat, now you blaming her. Oh, why you ain't come and talk to me? She tried. Ladies, when a guy is actually opening up, because fellas don't actually open up as much as they should, because fellas try to figure things out from a mental standpoint versus women who are a lot of times are more emotional, so they want to get right into it. Guys try to have a plan when they come to you about something, and some women out there who take a man coming to them about situations that they might be having with you, and they automatically get into defense mode, which leads into an argument. And regardless of what anybody says, women love to argue. A lot of times it may not be intentional, but women love to argue for whatever reason. And this is just from a general standpoint. Yeah, there's going to be a few of y'all out there from the smaller percentage that probably love to communicate and talk things out. But from a large scale, women love to argue. And it amounts to nothing. Like, some of the arguments, they're oh my gosh, they're so like, it's like, why how do we get here? What are we doing? Like, hypothetically speaking, I'm talking to this girl, right? Babe, I don't like it when we don't go out enough. Every time I come up with an idea, you shut it down. I just want to sit home and watch Netflix. I just want to sit home and watch Netflix, So I was like, why are you so lazy? The minute you say anything about a woman's character, brother, you just burnt that candle at both ends. You hear me? There's no coming back from that. Because now you've opened Pandora's box, and she's finna be on this whole level of petty. Because now you're going to hear that word more than you have ever heard that word. Oh, let me go do this since I'm so lazy. Oh, you need me to get that for you? I don't want you to think I'm lazy or anything. So women are good for that. So God forbid you bring something to a woman's attention about how she is. Because if you say the wrong thing, brother, you're going to be in, a world of hurt for about a week and a half, because she finna be petty as hell. But at the same time, to get back to my point, ladies, when men are actually coming to you about things that they might be feeling in a relationship, be more receptive to what they're saying. Because it could be something that could continue the relationship going forward. You know, before they make the coward move and go out and cheat and try to justify their actions on some dumb shit. Yeah, they might have their reason, and to them it might be justified. But a lot of what goes on in relationships can definitely be prevented. They definitely are preventable. Especially cheating. I don't understand cheating. Like, somebody in the comments, like, explain to me, like, what was your reasoning for cheating, and why did you feel justified to cheat? I don't like it. But all right, and with our last point when it comes to relationships. Now, this one is big. I have my feelings behind this one, and some people have their feelings about this one. So this was where we might, 50-50. Oh, Lord. 50-50. What is 50-50? When in this age, when you tell a woman you think about 50-50, you automatically become less than a man in her eyes. She has no idea what you might be, referencing towards when you say 50-50. But when she hears that, oh Lord, like, it's like you might as well call it the B word. She feels so disgusted and disrespected. You 50-50? Who? Not I, period. Like, what? You can't tell a woman you ready to do 50-50. Not in 2020. So what does 50-50 mean to me? 50-50 means to me if me and you, first of all, let me backtrack. I am a man who believes in a partnership type of relationship. Not traditional, as in the woman stays home. Because let's get one thing understood. Women are not staying home making sure that the house is cleaned up, making sure that the kids are taken care of, making sure that the husband's outfit for the next day is already pressed for the week, or for the next day. They're not driving to his job, dropping off freshly made lunch, dinner's in the microwave, or it's hot and ready as soon as he gets off. There's not women doing that this day. So I hate when chicks in their 20s, their 30s, early 40s talking about tradition. Oh, I like tradition. You ain't doing all of that. You too busy watching Netflix. You see what I did there? You're not doing all that, but what you want to be doing, you want to be taken care of. That's understandable. There's nothing wrong with that. But what else are you offering? You got to be bringing something to the table if you want a man that's going to pay all of y'all bills, because it's not just how y'all make it sound like, oh, a man got to pay for my bills. If you're staying under my roof, it's an our thing, right? So it's our bills. You get what I'm saying? That's how I view it. But there's not one woman that I'm going to be paying all of her bills and she has a separate household that she's living at. If we're not married and living together, I'm not paying all of your bills. That's a no-no. Hey, not gonna happen. What are we doing? Like, what? I am going to spend all of my money on my bills and then all of my money on your bills. What are you doing with your money? Oh, you going on trips? You're going on trips. It's not a we thing. You're going on trips. You getting expensive ass weaves, stuff you couldn't even buy by yourself. You still look good, but you out here getting bundles now. You got it going past your ass cheeks type stuff. What? Uh, you just doing, just blowing money. How is that a relationship? A lot of y'all want sugar daddies, and it's for that reason. You don't want the commitment, you just want money to blow. So back when we talk about this 50-50 thing, I want a partnership. That means we have a main account for all of our bills that the money is going on. That means part of your money is going into this account, part of my money is going into this account, and it's going out and paying our bills, right? And then there's another account where I have my own little bit of money, you have your own little bit of money. And that's for personal use. So however much money is left over is split down. You want to go blow your $500, $600, $700 that you got. And it's going to be per pay period. And I want to go blow I can go do that because guess what? The bills are paid. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, we should be using this outside money, put it in another account to go towards savings. Because we have a future that we're trying to build, right? Eventually we want to have kids, right? Some do, some don't, but let's say we do. Say if, we talked about what, child support, so we also talked about unprotected sex. What happens when a baby comes in? Are we going to be ready for that? I don't know. Say we are taking the precautionary measures to where we're you're not getting pregnant. I don't want to just be in the States. Let's go travel. Let's go see the world. We can't do that if all of the money that I'm bringing in the house is just paying for everything, and then you have your money from your job. How is that fair? Now, this is another alternative. Say I do pay all the bills. Your money has to be going towards something. Savings, trips. It's not just, okay, I work for this, I get to keep this. Hell no, it's not working like that. And there's a lot of women out here that disagree with that. And I feel like that's just the ultimate level of selfish. Again, that's another level of selfishness. All you care about is your own happiness. So why are you with that man? To brag that you have a good man? Because you're defining it by how much money he's spending? That's shallow as hell. Extremely closed-minded. Y'all should be trying to build a future together, experience the world together. You can go and have your ladies' night out and your girls' trip. You can do all of that within a partnership. You just got to have some type of structure. Things have to be in order for these things to work. It's not just by osmosis. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. We talked about what? Situationships, cheating, fear of commitment. God forbid the 50-50, Again, what I want to leave y'all with, we got to change the mindset. We're so brainwashed with what society says we should be doing. Society is just a group of individuals who don't know how to be individuals. Say that back. Society is a group of individuals who don't know how to be individuals. They're too busy following trends instead of thinking for themselves, making their own decisions. Me, I consider myself a trendsetter. I don't follow trends. I make my own lane, and I like it like that. I watch what goes on a day-to-day basis. I watch the social medias. I watch the news channels. But at the same time, I find what works for me out of all of that. I don't just take it and run with it. There's a lot of fake news out here. So you got to be careful what you're watching, what you're listening to, what you're allowing into your spirit. Because before you know it, you'll be caught up in the foolishness yourself. And then you become part of society. And that's a hard trap to get out of. Because more gets piled on every day. But this again is our third installment of Fat Mouth. And this will conclude our first three. So be on the lookout. Tomorrow, definitely should be doing a Facebook Live, and we'll be picking up another 3 topics. And then we will continue moving on week to week or every other week. We're going to see how these topics roll. I dig what I'm saying. And as always, at Fat Mouth, for so many years, they've told you what you are supposed to watch. But now it's your turn, the people. Later.